So here is Sanction, the speed limit quite clearly 5 miles per hour. But I'll show you something that doesn't quite go 5 miles per hour. To be fair, going 5 miles per hour on one of this would be like stopping or going in reverse. So we have 3 F1 cars. One's been turned into a sim. We'll take a look at that. Another one, Red Bull car, not a Vettel Red Bull car, not the Verstappen one. But the one we're here for, the one I came here for, was Michael Schumacher's B193 Benetton. It's a Benetton from 1993. It's one where he won in Portugal. And as you can see here, it was also driven by Riccardo Patrese. It has the Ford V8 engine as well. What's really interesting about this Ford V8 engine in this car, at the beginning of the season, there's a really good argument that this was the second best car of the year. Ultimately, in 1993, it was all about Williams and Alain Prost. But the engine in this car, the Ford engine, was better than Senna's Ford in the McLaren, which really perplexed Ron Dennis. He was not a massive fan of that, to be fair. And it was only really Senna's really good performances in 1993, who could forget Donington, for example, that convinced Ford to actually put the same V8 engine in. So they had some kind of parity between the two of them. So also, you'll be able to see the Camel logo here, cigarette companies, I know, blah. But what's interesting about this is the last time you would see Camel in Formula One. After this was the last Camel sponsored Formula One car. I mean, if you remember, they were even on the Lotus, weren't they? So that is the B193. Michael Schumacher's there. And as you can see there, they've quite rarely, when we get around to it, they've even got the casing off, so you can see the quite beautiful Ford engine. I'm pretty sure it's the V8. I'm very sure it's the V8 engine. And bear in mind, it was Michael Schumacher in 1994, thanks to his whoopsie-daisy with Damon Hill, that ended up winning him, winning in a Benetton Ford V8. So, I mean, just look at it, beautiful. So let's have a look at this one here. Now here's the thing: I don't actually know what year this Red Bull is. Obviously, Mark Webber. It's going to be after 2009 it's got the slick tyres, and also after 2009 it doesn't have all the extra aerodynamic bits that props up. And if you want to see an extreme example of that, just look at Lewis Hamilton's 2008 McLaren, which he won in. So this would have been driven by Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel. It would have been at least 2010 plus, simply because they got the number 2 on this. They would have won the Constructors. When did they win the Constructors? Actually, well, they won it in 2010. 2009 was Brawn. So I take that back. It probably would have been 2011 plus. Yeah, I'm just confusing myself now. And notice the Renault engine there. We don't have Renault in Formula One anymore. We've got Alpine, powered by the Renault engine. I don't think Red Bull, yes, they paid for their Renault engines, but I don't think Renault ever got the appreciation from Red Bull. Engine being underpowered, slow, not very reliable, but you can make an argument because Adrian Newey packed the engine in so hard, it made cooling really an issue, but also it made the cars really fast. And Renault are now potentially going out Formula One. If you just got to look at Alpine, they're thinking of closing their Renault factory, one of the most successful engine manufacturers in Formula One. So there we go. Bit crowded around the Michael Schumacher car, I think, over there, and we'll do it in another video. But I think that's the maybe 2002, 3, 4 Ferrari. I'm not exactly sure what year. I'm gonna have to ask, and I'm really gonna have to find out what year that was as well. Anyway, that's enough from me. No 5 miles per hour here. We're looking at more like 180 for these two.